Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In tonight's live stream, I'll be covering the level pack slash quote-unquote fan game Mega Man Federation Reborn, developed by the author, Nuthouse 2021. This contains an intro stage, 8 arm stages, and 5 fortress levels. This was submitted to me several weeks ago, before I even went on vacation. So let's begin with this stage, the intro stage, with 64 plays and a score of 24. I predict it'll take about 90 minutes to complete, maybe more. And this one contains multiple NSF replacements. Already you can hear one of them. Let's do this roll. I'll swap between characters. So welcome to stream Pixel Boy, Nuthouse, Jethawk, Hyper, YouTube, all the lurkers, and anyone else who I missed. It's nice to be playing a level pack after a while, especially one with an NSF file placement pack. As a reminder, feel free to send NSF replacements for all of your stages. I'll be happy to apply them. It also makes these level packs feel better to play. Yeah, let's see how this compares with the previous version or previous level pack you made. As an intro stage, it's harder than expected. It's like a combination of a usual intro stage with a second stage afterwards. Especially with jumps like this. Not saying it's a bad thing, just pointing it out. And I prefer to play this role anyways. It makes dealing with these shielded enemies so much easier. Roll is probably easy to normal. Mega Man's easy or normal as well. Proto is probably hard mode. Hey, Paul. Ominous silence. And our first boss is Strike Man. No notification. And yet the usual number of people showed up. Yeah, Fate Unknown, that's your previous one. Alrighty then, here's a selection of RMs. Airforce, Ash, Coral, Drite, Mixer, Terrabyte, Veteran, and Werewolf. Please choose who I should go after first. I'll give you about 30 more seconds. $15 left. Votes are in. I'm first going after Reborn-Drite Man, Mineral Screws, with 25 plays and a score of 4. Yeah, flip the coin there, Drite one. I'll go after Ash next. Oh, I can see why. I wonder why Base is not a playable character here. Well, I understand why, otherwise we'd break the stage, probably. We can collect up to 60 tanks. Shall I turn up the game audio, by the way, so you can better hear the answer replacements? Or is this fine? Ah, so like Diorite Man. If possible. Not all games I can mod easily. For more popular titles like, for example, Saints Row or GTA, yeah, it's possible. Others are gonna be more tricky. As I mentioned, let me know if you want me to increase the game audio. Yeah, there were 3 good levels. And a few other decent picks. It's coming in the future, Ruslan. Be patient. A lot of other things are also waiting for their own New Game Pluses. New Game Plus mode is just basically be Mega Man just tearing through everything. Slightly? Okay. Better. Nice! And this is not a trivial challenge. For many level packs to make the tanks really easy to get, you fixed that issue. Cage music is fine. Wow, I wasn't paying enough attention there. Hard plus plus, perhaps, but there are a few others that are taking priority. For example, I never actually finished the genocide mode of One Step from Eden, or the V8s of all the bosses. I almost got there with Shizo. I turned up the music slightly, see if I need to turn up a bit further. Plus, I never even got around to playing some of the mods. Death number 2. This room is a bit scarier than you expect because of how you're suddenly dropped near spikes and right next to Wanans. It's sort of dead right before. I finished the final boss several times, but I never defeated the true final boss, Seraph. I got close to. She threw me off when she used area share. I mean, it's a fun game. It has its issues with balancing and whatnot, but it's still very fun. a worthy successor to Battle Network in my eyes. It does a better job than N-Cycle, I'd say. And the other issue is roll sliding. Remember, the timing's different compared to dashing and sliding. That's what makes jumps like them much more problematic. It doesn't, but it's not exactly a fair comparison either. Binding of Isaac has been out for much longer. Once Upon Eden has many fewer years. Well, not much of a difference, I'd say. Nonetheless, I'll still play around with it. Yeah, 10 years. Versus one step from Eden's, I guess, 3 years? 2 years? There, after 3 deaths I made it past this one point. That was the hardest part of the stage, unironically. Yeah, if you count full years, if you just count the full release, it's only 1 year. They didn't have their first, I guess, the final major update, but we'll see if they return back. I mean, Terraria had at least 4 or 5 endgame updates, or quote-unquote final updates. Here's hoping that N-Cycle is good as well. Let's ring. Pretty much, Jaden. Well, this is the easy way of fighting him. Even as Mega, this would be a safe way. Now he can never harm me. And we're out of here. Ah, nice, a weapon demonstration screen. I wish more of these packs had this. We're out of here, 4 deaths on the counter. Not the best start. As promised, I'm going after Ash Woman next, Burning Sensation, with 29 plays and a score of 12. Alright, literally, genuinely, and especially. Yep, and a fan game. Which I will eventually cover. Coleman. Hey Snivy, welcome to the stream. Going through level packs. I like 1.7 Medium's art style. Also its difficulty. Yikes. It feels if Battle Network increases difficulty at a much faster rate. That was actually one of my issues with some of the older Battle Network titles, how it got a bit monotonous with difficulty. One Step kind of fixed that. Some of the enemies in even the mid to late game are brutal. I mean, some of the late game enemies you would encounter in Battle Network, you would encounter the early to mid game in One Step. Never mind, yeah, you're sort of right, YouTube. Ever since Unlimited, Rock Force, and other titles. In terms of fan game output, I say it's B or C class. B class. Stuff like the Mario and Sonic fandoms, they're A class in terms of fan games and ROM hacks. The Mega Man fandom has a ways to grow in terms of fan content. Still, it's better than a decade ago where it was only C or D. There are Mega Man X fan games out there, but they're harder to make. Not just in terms of graphics. Not only the levels are usually more expansive, but so are the mechanics. For me, it depends on if there's a character I can attach to in some way. Either a character or world, or some facet of the world. Because there's always fanfiction. Shame, I'm really getting into Ultraman now. The funny thing is, the last Power Rangers season, what was it? The one before Dino Knights? Beast Morphers, yeah, that one. Apparently, that seems to be widely considered to be better than its Sentai version. Seems like Sentai is kind of running into a glut of monotony, and Ultraman, on the other hand, is succeeding quite a bit. I really need to watch that. Aww. Whoa. My issue with Sentai isn't so much it's aimed at younger children, or from what I've seen, it's that it's becoming too repetitious with its themes and story plots. At least Kamen Rider, even if its story plots can be a bit predictable, at least it varies up the themes and costumes more. Even Power Rangers is actually doing a better job now. Well, Power Rangers really has... Ever since Hasbro acquired Power Rangers, it seems they've gone through a new high point in the era. aka they fixed the quality issues. It's a new golden age. Kind of ironic. Whereas Sentai is going through a dark, monotonous age, Power Rangers is going through a golden age. Demonstration time. In any case, in terms of Sentai, right, in terms of Toku shows, I mostly watch Ultraman. Okay, who's up next? Ash and Drite have been taken out, leaving these 6 RMs. I'll give you about 30 more seconds. I'm not sure how that'd be possible to remove, considering how cheesy the original series is. They have made some efforts from time to time, Sea in Space and Lost Galaxy, but it is still maintained. Well, that isn't a Toku series, but it is inspired by one. There is Precure. That is a magical girl series that's heavily inspired by a Toku series. The Neo Saban era, aka Samurai, yeah, that had issues with cheesiness, even more so compared to the Disney era and the first era. I just advise skipping past the Neo Saban era and going to Beast Morphers. Number 3 up is Werewolf Woman, Spirited Wounds, with 31 plays and a score of 13. Mystic Force... I think it was okay, but I like some of the series preceding and succeeding it. RPM to me was awesome. I wish its world was explored more, or it had a second season. I think I missed an E-Tank in the previous stage. If you want a series that's interesting in the Neo Saban era, I'd advise just watching the first season of Dino Charge. Super Dino Charge, he has issues. Although the ending was crazy. Time Force was one of the best seasons in the Disney era. Even though it was almost a straight adaptation of the Sentai, it was one of the best ones in the Disney era. I highly recommend you watch it, if you haven't already. Of the series in Disney era, I suggest Time Force, Dino Thunder, and RPM. For a series called RPM, it didn't really focus that much on race performance vehicles. It did a phenomenal job of adapting a rather silly series and turning it into a serious one. Again, if you want to get into the series, watch Beast Morphers. It's the point where people fell back in love with the series, aka people were said to be writers who actually cared about the series, for one. Oh, SPD, yes. I almost forgot about that one. See, I keep thinking SPD is part of the first era, but no, it's in the Disney era. Yeah, you should see that too, that's awesome. That actually fixed a few other problems with the series preceding it too. Ninja Storm... If you like Dino Thunder, yeah, watch Ninja Storm. It didn't really appeal as much to me. RPM, SPD, Time Force, and Dino Thunder, those are the ones that appealed most to me. For an E-Tank challenge, this doesn't really cut it for me. Mega Force was very disappointing. Super Mega Force was especially so. One of the worst series in the franchise's history. I never watched Gaim, so I can't confirm either way. All I know is that Gaim was super dark, deconstructing the entire Toku series. I mean, in terms of darkness, RPM would be the closest. But we're talking about Power Rangers series and Toku series in general. You didn't need to be this weak to the broom, by the way. And that was it. Short. From everything I read about Gaim, it said that the Gaim just straight up deconstructed many of the tropes in the Toku series, taking it even further than what Ryuki did. Ryuki was just a deconstruction of Kamen Rider itself, whereas Gaim was a deconstruction of both Rider and the entire Toku genre. And this stage didn't really cut it for me. Sorry. Nonetheless, I really need to watch Gaim later, after I get through Ultraman. Kuga was also a deconstruction, but it was also a reconstruction at the same time. Decon Recon. See, it started out as a deconstruction and became a reconstruction. I'm about 1/3 done with Kuga, and I'm really enjoying the slower pace. As well as being a subversion. Toku is a short for Tokusatsu, which basically means special effects in Japanese. AKA, it's basically shows which are live action but have a heavy special effects bent to it. These include those shows like Ultraman, Kamen Rider, Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Garo, Metal Heroes, Gridman, etc. Next up, I'm going after Coral Man, Wet Treasures, with 49 plays and a score of 18. I know a lot more about Power Rangers than Rider. Soakman. You probably should have called this Drenched Treasures or something. Yeah, Mega Force is where they could transform into past Rangers. Super Mega Force, that is. It didn't really use it well, unlike the original Sentai season. Oh, I was talking about Super Cable Boy. I was saying thank you for introducing it to your cousin. Smelter's getting a lot of coverage, Super Cable Boy not so much. It really needs more coverage. Nephew, got it. I will get around to playing Smelter right after Scaled Boy is done. At the current rate, it should take about 2 or 3 streams to complete, because that game also has a New Game Plus mode, and let's just say it's a rather expansive one. As for Astalon, I don't want to request Astalon right now because I haven't covered Smelter yet. I don't want to end up requesting multiple games from the same publisher in this high frequency. It's not a good look. Cable Boy is... it's a platformer in a similar vein to Meat Boy. Whoa, that could have ended badly. Eternal Noctis and 9 Years of Shadows. Sounds interesting. I don't blame you. Mega Force was a subpar season at best, and then Mega Super Force and Super Mega Force made it even worse. But enough of ranting about that. Just skip the Neosupon era. Go to Beast Morphers. I'll eventually get around to editing a ground, but yikes, there's at least 20 hours of footage. It's gonna be something like highlights reels. I already requested a bunch of other things. Right now, I'm a bit hesitant to request too much because there's a lot of backlogs. And as you know, indie developers talk with each other. I don't want to be known as the LPer who just squats on a lot of keys. Who promises to cover games that ends up covering it 10 years later. I'm exaggerating, but... I like how those Marrows have become memes in their own right. Bubblehead. Yeah, Ninja Steel is also disappointing. In fact, all the seasons outside of perhaps first Dino Charge. Half the arms have been defeated. "30 seconds on the clock, starting now." Mixer Man, Mixed Feelings is the victor, with 19 plays and a score of 4. I know exactly what you're referring to, Jaden. Shame, really. Once you become a big enough YouTuber, people will try taking advantage of your credentials. Yes, morning streams are where more people would show up, actually. I would love to do so, but right now I'd struggle to have the time. Perhaps when I upgrade... Once I can upgrade my new computer, then I'd probably be able to do so. This is a lot redder than I thought it'd be. Wow, this song... It's reminding me of a certain dream I had. A certain series of dreams. Nothing. A crossover between multiple franchises. It got dark really fast. Oh, well. I think I'm dead. No space. Let's see, next week is the multiplayer stream, so perhaps the week after that. Plus, I'll be doing Mixing Edition off-screen. I don't think we have another fangame in the pipeline outside of one, but that doesn't seem to be complete. Well, of course, one of them was... Alright, I think it was Mega Man, Ultraman, and two other ones. Maybe soon. First Willamette and more episodes of Paper Mario have to be done. I'm planning on doing two playthroughs of the game. First one is without music replacements, second one is with music replacements. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh goody, no checkpoint. Next time I'm using Tango. Good night, Leonardo. I did, Jaden. At least I think I did. Because that was a story beat, it should be in there. Somewhere in Chapter 4. I'll double check that. Yep. I'm aware. Even if I'm not running a gauntlet, feel free to leave your suggestions there. No more than 2 at a time, though. I mean, even if a game doesn't win a gauntlet, the more votes you get, the more likely I'll cover it. They'll probably say it's not advanced enough. Hi, mister. Oh no. That's it. I'm gonna play it really safe for this one. And besides, there are many other games that people haven't even thought of sending to me. For example, Game Jam titles. Only Buster submitted one of them. Speaking of which, does anyone know about the game Deepest Sword? D-E-E-P-E-S-T Sword? I mean, Roll's perfectly playable here, but that section... You're probably forced to use Tango there. RIP, Slime Rancher. It got completely creamed by several games. I have it on the EGS, so it's likely. Yeah, Dr. Progen's many different sins. Yeah, Deepest Sword, Shadok. And now Bowser's sins, or rather his wishes. Yet again, Roll defeats the boss rather easily. Essentially, Mega gets the easy version of the stages, Roll gets the easier boss battles. Dr. Progen. He sacrificed all the slimes in order to make that machine. Just you wait until Super Paper Mario comes out. Okay, Mixer, I died 2 or 3 times. 3 left to go. Airforce, Terrabyte, or Veteran. Timer starts now, 30 seconds. Terabyte Man, Giga Shock is a victor. 63 plays, score of 18. If someone ever makes a fan game of the channel, make sure to include these memes. Yeah, precisely, Nuthouse. Although, unlike there, at least here, Roll doesn't have too much of a hard time in the stages. There, the difference between the characters is more pronounced. honestly suggest that players just play as base for the first playthrough. Sure, Mega Man has an easier time against most of the bosses, but the stages are really the hard part of that game anyways. And Rock and Roll suffer from a similar issue, I'd say. Roll is straight up better than Mega. Dead slimes and human souls mixed together. Dead slimes and human essence mixed together. That's what created the corruption. And whatever the dragon energy is, don't forget that. Yeah, all the music tracks so far are pretty good. Still can't open any of these doors. I'm really going out of order in this. Oops. A lot of games have we covered? Well, okay. Sorry, there's one thing I will post in a moment. Okay, hard part now. Anyone hit on the side and I'm dead. Yeah, Alchemist is the mad scientist. Well, the other mad scientist. Because I couldn't open up those gates, I'm missing many of the E-tanks. And we're out of here. One of the longer feeling stages, I'd say. Climax could be a bit more differenter, because it was about the same as the previous section. There They're about the same as they were before. In fact, it used to be worse. How many of you remember the ads for Evany? Or Evony? Come play, my lord. Good. Alchemist is, yeah, flamboyant. Progen would be the no-nonsense figure, considering how many people he just throws away. At least the Alchemist cares about others. Progen only cares about one person. And if the world gets blown up or not. Let's see, how out of... this stage was fine. Alright, only 2 RMs left. Airforce Veteran. Clock starts now. We have a clear victor. 7th up is Air Force Man, War in the Skies, with 98 plays and a score of 24. Oh, by the way, everyone, here's a link to all the LPs I've covered on the channel. Well, all the LPs that are publicly available. It doesn't necessarily cover all the games I've covered yet, that's a different place. Use that for reference. Jetman. I'm turning up the volume for this. Worried that was gonna happen. I always have problems with fans. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chill. I just see myself as a somewhat average skilled player. Below average. Everyone thinks they're average skilled. Still, I can't open this. Seriously. One suggestion I would have would be to vary up the weapon blocks, so not half of them are napalm bombs. Hey Lepadio, welcome to stream. Continual doesn't really have that many memes. It played the gameplay rather seriously. I didn't see it in time. Death number 3. I'm afraid not, SDA. I'm covering a level pack now. These sections always are nerve-wracking. Not really, only just one. Once they introduce these fans in safe environments. Whoa! Or put a checkpoint right over here, please. Okay, it was right here, never mind. It's fine. I retract my complaint. Welcome to the climax of the stage where we now have rain to worry about. Remember folks, you may also suggest games that are completely free and or flash games. Ah, phew. This was definitely a good climax. Though I would introduce the rain/wind in a safer environment. Nitrum Games, wink wink nudge nudge. Let's rumble, veteran. You are actually the intro boss. And we're out of here. We also get Flappy Beat. First half was eh, fans could be used some work with better introduction, ending was good. Favorite stage. Last but not least is Veteran Man, Battle for Blood, with 24 plays and a score of 8. Last of the RMs, I mean. Jorver and Haver? Well, both of them are rather humble, so they'd be rather nice in the series. Even if Haver isn't as talented, he still does his job very well. I see, Nuthouse. Now we can finally get the napalm bombs. I never understood why he was called that name. Then again, did his stage ever get completed? Or half completed? That was a leap of fate there. I didn't even try seeing how fast it goes. Eventually, I will re-record hard at 4 so it doesn't lag all over the place. Shame, I really wanted a hard at 5. Perhaps it can be redone in the Mega Mix engine. Wait and see. Got it. I understand. Beat. There is a Mega Man coming out. Perhaps it'll be the one. Finally, I can open up one of these doors. It's only an extra life. What? I pressed jump there. Yep, Castlevania Bloodlines, the cancelled Dracula X playthrough. That's about it. Only 3 screens away from the checkpoint, as usual. Overall, this whole pack has been decent so far. That's what I was gonna worry was gonna happen. It came out too fast. I should have waited. Luigi's already fun enough on his own. Oh no. I could accidentally get crushed by him. We're good. We're out of here. All 8 RMs have been defeated. And it's taken about an hour and 5 minutes. Yikes. It's definitely an improvement over the Fate Pack, but it's decent. Alrighty then. I'll be taking a short, refreshing pause and be back in about 4 or 5 minutes. And I'm back. As promised, I had the intermission there. I'll modify it a bit more so we can hear it better. So let's see how good we are doing in terms of deaths and whatnot. The stages where I died the most were Drite, I died 4 times, Airforce, and Mixer, both of which were 3. Nonetheless, with those 8 RMs down, it is time to go through the X Fortress 1. Foreshadowed Sights with 29 plays and a score of 10. As a reminder, tomorrow morning, Paper Mario 64, tomorrow evening, Skull Boy Refractured. Only 2 E-tanks, sadly, because I got the order wrong. My suggestion would be to replace on the weapon box with different weapons. Funny enough, Jaden, if you let it play for longer, it gets more and more corrupted. 2 tracks actually start playing on top of each other. The multiplayer stuff is next week. Tomorrow morning is Paper Mario. Just so I can get back into the rhythm of stuff. Next week is the ground and TF2 probably. TF2 meaning Team Fortress 2. Well, that was a close one. I love how that's still kept in. Whoa. I'll have to see a breakdown. Hang on while I catch my breath. I'll have to see a breakdown of each of the 4 channels. Foreshadowed opening, more like foreshadowed spike falls. Ro would have a much easier time at this. I mean Mega Man would have, sorry. Oh. So many scary sections there. It's definitely ramping up in difficulty, not a pushover. At least this was a fairly short stage. It made up in terms of difficulty. And the first Fortress boss is... Fire Grenade. I have to hit Grenade then. Easier said than done though. Mega Man clearly has the easier time here. Nina? I know who Saffron is. Oh yeah, Nina, 20XX. I was thinking something else. Saffron's a scientist, Nina is more of an augmented human. Outing a both of them aren't super serious, but I would say that Saffron is a bit more serious than Nina. Compare, for example, Saffron to Reva from the same game. She's far more serious. What? Oh. If I knew this, I'd just use special weapons. See, both Nina and Saffron would qualify more as Mario. Because, looking at the dialogue and their histories, Nina and Ace are serious, yes, they have somewhat tragic backstories, but they're also quite a bit like goofballs. Whereas the other two DLC characters, they act far more seriously. Especially the Whip Girl, I think. X-Fortress 2, out with the old, in with the new. 18 plays, score 4. Hawk, yeah, that's the one. She seems much more serious than the other two. Whereas Nina and Ace are kind of endearing goofballs, Hawk seems far more serious. Same with the robot dude. Whereas the first RM stages are about 4 to 5 minutes long, these are 2 to 3 minutes, so I'm fine. Sapphire and the Alchemist would probably be a better fit for Mario and Luigi, because Progen is straight up a villainous character who doesn't care about anyone except one person, whereas Mario and Luigi actually care about others. I'd probably say the Alchemist is closer to Luigi, although, unlike Luigi, he's always competent, just more enigmatic. Like Saffron generally decides to help all people. Alchemist is much more of an opportunist. See, that would be definitely a better pick. And both of them are scientists. Sure, go right ahead. Just make sure not to use text editing as a crutch for level design. Gosh, I really need to play Alvaro Tactics sequel. I've been sitting on that key for over a year now. And that game is perfect for character building. My previous team of 6 when he defeated Heart, that was amazing. I really need to stream that on hard mode. Aesthetics only? Okay, that's fine. Pirates. I love pirates. Funny how that's actually a funny statement, considering one of Saffron's ability sets is time manipulation. It can be, at least. I don't know what happened there. I should have been able to overpower it. Really, Beat? I didn't even touch the ground. True, true. Whoa, I'm not getting that E-Tank. You see what happened last time? Okay, now I can go for it. No, I can't. I can't backtrack there. Give it time. Death number 2 due to rushing. That should be in this stage. Certainly longer than the first. And I'm gonna use weaknesses for this one. I mean, this is the easy button. That makes it really easy. Oh, sorry. Axe Fortress 3, Familiar Threats. 20 plays, score 6. Looks like the alchemist needs a tranquilizer. I accidentally pressed the right bumper. Could this be the rematch stage? I guess they're fine. I like them more than half the stages. This reminds me of a team from Mega Man Battle Number 5, the Hero Team. Everything's iced over now. Mega Man Falling Department. I had 2 or 3 deaths in the previous one, I think. Sheesh, this is unforgiving. I wish I had the skull barrier for this. Most of the time when I'm damage boosting or deliberately taking damage, it's to prevent me from hitting spikes, or something worse. Checkpoint placement so far through this level pack has been, I'd say, on point. I don't know. Whoa, let me finish this first. Never mind. Death number 3. Let's see, so we had 0 there, 2 or 3, and now we have 3 here. Perhaps. In the game, they only would have a purely friendship-based relationship. There's no ship teases or anything. Forgot about that. I just wish there was checkpoints right before each of the spike drops, otherwise they're fairly unforgiving. One wrong move and you're sent back to the checkpoint. And you can't damage boost off them either. You have to get them right. Game! I was pressing a different direction, it didn't work. I just really want to get back to that point. I strongly suggest placing a checkpoint right over here. Otherwise, how are you supposed to react to this so quickly? It's not like the screen scrolls slower. This is the one thing I'm really gonna hold this level to account for. Again, I wish those spikes weren't there. You have to, once you go there, you have to make the jump. This is where Roll really suffers. She can't really shoot from a distance without using a special weapon. I really don't like this section. I wouldn't mind it too much if the checkpoint was right next to it. But on your first few attempts, you will die, unless you're on the correct spots. It's just not fun going through this over and over. Only to die at the wrong only to immediately die over there because I wasn't on the right spot in the previous screen. Not because I didn't react fast enough. Especially this screen. It's one thing to have quick reactions, it's another thing to know in advance where you're supposed to fall. First, I'm okay with. Second, please put a checkpoint nearby. I had a similar issue with some of the stages in Super Gradius 3, Yeah, put the checkpoint here. This would be a good spot. How are you supposed... Well, you can, but... If I keep dying here, I'm just gonna use the level editor. This is not fun. Putting a better spikes on here. King Fortress 2 is painful too, but yeah, this... Oh, thank you for putting the checkpoint here. That was easily the worst part of this whole pack for me. We're out of here. Yeah, Alucard would definitely be the straight man. One down. I could just stand here and win. But that's probably not the weakness. We're out of here. Not so familiar threats. Oof, about 10 deaths here. Easy to hard stage due to that one spike fall. Next up is X Fortress 4, end of the line, 5 plays, score of 1. We're nearing the end, folks. Three matches. I've been waiting for them for long enough. Got really unlucky with the order of RMs to go through, missing most of the tanks. By the way, Roger's solo pack will be separated from 2 different streams. It'll be too long otherwise. Do we fight them in a certain order? Rats. And of course, I have to go through this No, I don't actually. Yeah, I do. I have to go through the entire section over and over. And the first one's Ringman, one of the hardest ones. Of all of them, I'd place him near the end. Oh, and base. And the arena's a bit different too, so I can't exploit his AI as much. Frankly, Ringman's made much harder in Mega Man Maker compared to how he was in Mega Man 4. There he dealt one less damage. I had to use my last E-Tank there. And of course there are fans nearby, which never were consistently in my book. Was there a checkpoint after the boss? Of course there wasn't. I'm retrying the stage from the beginning. I want the E-Tank. There is absolutely no way I can defeat him with Roll without at least one E-Tank. In fact, for safety, I'll pick up 3 of them. I know, it's Mega Man base style, so every 2 bosses. The issue is the first boss is one of the toughest in the engine, up there with Concrete Man. Game, I'm pressing the jump button. Really don't like fighting within its path. Okay, I found a way to cheese him a bit. Ah. And the other issue is that this section has the fans right next to it, putting one of the toughest challenges together. Thank you for putting cheese, though. Otherwise, going through this section would be an absolute nightmare. How do I drop down now? This stage is just testing my patience, combined with the previous one. Even in Mega Man Base, he didn't put the most brutal challenges next to each other. Okay, I found a different way to cheese him. Or lock him into a death pattern. I just wish the fans were moved to a different mechanic or different area. I straight up don't like how they work in this engine. I'd much prefer Magmo 2's incarnation. And Hard Hat. And pretty much any game. You know what? Just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna place roll there. I don't want to go through this over and over and over. This is not going to be fun. And kind of running low on time too. I just want to skip that part of the stage. It straight up hits multiple buttons I don't like about levels in this engine. Yeah, Viola definitely fits it better. Okay, skip. I don't want to do this section. It's going to just result in a lot of pain and misery. Even normally with any character, that's just a huge pain to deal with. He's weak to water? At least, I'll just put a checkpoint in between each ones if we have difficulty like that. Or make Ringman the second boss. I get what this is supposed to be. Reduxes of each of the stages. This is the laser redux. That was supposed to be Airforce Man. This is supposed to be laggy lasers. This time going backwards. Each of them are mini reduxes, yes, but that one simply is a killer. What could it be then? I mean, if this is the case, I'd rather just use the broom. If the game decides I don't want to grab the ladder, then it wins out. Perhaps. Honestly, the more I play it, I feel roll is starting to become the hard mode. She had an easier time against the bosses yet, but that easiness is diminishing with the Fortress bosses. For the arm stages, yeah, roll's better, but for the Fortress stages, just play as Mega or Proto. What even is Mega Man's weakness? See, the rest of the reduxes are far easier than the first one, specifically the fan section. I strongly advise to make that easier. Perhaps Saffron can be more deadpan when she wants to, although out of the cast, she's not the most deadpan. I guess electricity works? Yeah, it does. No, I wanted that. No matter. I have a checkpoint. Only 4 bosses defeated, and now we're facing off against the Fortress boss? I guess it's separated into 2 stages then. Double Sheep and Charge. I wonder... yeah, it's obvious, I mean. One down, 2 left to go. Slow and steady wins the race. I mean... if I was Mega, I could do this fairly. Roll, in order to do it properly, she needs to cheese it, or use special weapons. At least all the weapons are weaknesses to some boss. I still don't know what Magnet Man was weak to. Was it the Napalm Bomb? I know, right, Jaden? Definitely was. Yeah, the first part of the stage was easy to worst, specifically the second part of the first half. I would reorder it to be much easier. Not fun. So the final stage is Fortress 5 Final Hours, 16th place, score of 2. Let's defeat Not Wily and save the world. There are 4 bosses left to defeat, I think. I'm grabbing 2 tanks. Assume I used one earlier. Yeah, X stage 5. We're getting there. We're not getting there. We're fighting 4 more RMs, then the final boss. Stone. I like how each of these arenas are harder than the originals. I guess it's Napalm Bomb? I guess it makes sense. I'd rather just use the broom. The Napalm Bomb should deal more damage to justify using it. Well, if you're playing as Mega, I could see why you'd use it. As a rule, not so much. Jorvenhaver, let's see. We have the Aluna twins, Kaloma, Varn, our first Mystic, our first Warrior. Erstwhile. And a few others I missed, whose name escapes me now. I remember this. This is what from the first stage, first to second. Note to self, next week, this stream will be 90 minutes long. Oh, you mean the Mothman? Male. Aluna herself is female. Of course. Of course, at a certain point, considering how they become cosmic horrors in a way, they probably transcend between our mortal notions of male and female. I'm just thankful the Mothman didn't have any nefarious alternative motives. I'm also curious if there was an alternate ending. Had we chosen to bring in the sister. That's a he, hence the name Mothman. Yeah. He's actually closer to Duke. Whatever his name is. It's fire, isn't it? Of course. Safe and friendly version. Okay, it's the water stage. I do like these mini reduxes, it's just two of them could be better. Not water, this is ice. Such a memorable character, though. I only wish he was part of the party officially. It'd be fun to play as a Super Mystic. I know, right? Definitely fashionable, even though he's several hundred years old. Come on, what could his weakness be? Gee, thanks. That's what I was worried was gonna happen earlier. But that happened in an especially dumb way. It has to be the air shooter then. By process of elimination. Magnet Man must have been weak to one of the electric weapons then. It's time, everyone. After 2 hours, we made it to Dr. X. Well, there are a few others, but they're probably from Alvor Tactics or Void Spire Tactics. Alright, here are my overall thoughts on the level pack so far. Decent overall. Worst part was 3 and 4. 3 due to that spikefall section. Please put a checkpoint before then, because if you're on the wrong part of the screen in a previous screen, you're almost doomed to die in the next screen. So put a checkpoint right before that. And 4 with the first section. Please move Ringman somewhere else and put the make the fan section easier and or move it. Otherwise, stage mechanics fine, checkpoint density is mostly fine. Difficulty, if the stage is about the same, outside of Drite, Mixer, and probably Airforce. I like the Fortress stages, especially mini relaxes, but they could be better. An improvement over Fate. One down. All down. It's over. Dr. X has been defeated. The world has been saved from his Federation of Reborn robots. As I said, decent, an improvement over Fate, though each of the stages need to be a bit better. I liked Veteran and Ash's stages the most. 3 and 4 need the most reworking. 4 and 5 specifically. 3 is fine. Next week I'll be covering Rodul's level in the first of 2 live streams. Alrighty then, I'll see you tomorrow morning for Paper Mario 64. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.